Hallo mensen van DuoGamingNL, welkom weer bij een gloednieuwe aflevering. Vandaag zijn we weer terug bij Hogwarts Legacy en we zijn hier in het begin. Ja, het begin was gisteren, nu zijn we weer verder aan het gaan met Hogwarts Legacy.
They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me. Of course, sir. Thank you.
Ik ben benieuwd wat we nu gaan doen bij de ceremonie. Oh, volgens mij gaan we hier een keuze krijgen tussen welke klas. Oké.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony is over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Kijk, nogal, ja. Hoe moet ik het zeggen? Hij is nogal niet echt boos of agressief, maar gewoon irritant.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Oké. Ik ben benieuwd welk huis we terechtkomen.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
Eigenlijk beide, maar ik denk dat ik dit toch iets
exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond
deze
the
kies.
castle and grounds. Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others, and you've a ready mind.
Klopt.
Quick to learn.
Blijkbaar.
Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw.
Nu al. Ik heb één ding gezegd. Even op. Aan de ene kant wil ik ook iets anders kiezen, want in mijn eigen ding ben ik ook bij Ravenclaw geplaatst. Alleen, eigenlijk ging ik twijfelen of Gryffindor of Slytherin. Hufflepuff, dat gaan we gewoon niet doen. Weet je wat? Laten we gewoon Slytherin.
Sense of ambition, an eagerness for power.
Ja. Accept house. We gaan dit huis
You
kiezen.
belong in Slytherin.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough.
Okay.
It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Oh, dat betekent dus blijkbaar dat we weg moeten.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well,
Okay.
Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
Ik ben benieuwd hoe mijn kamer eruit ziet.
It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. It may be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I can be quite resourceful.
I suspected as much. This is the entrance to the Slytherin common room. In order to
Okay.
enter, one must simply speak the correct password. Aspiration.
Very well. Aspiration.
Oké, dat is echt vet.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Oké, bedankt. Bedankt. Ik vind het nog steeds zo mooi. Gewoon hoe dit eruit ziet is gewoon mooi.
Looks like everyone's gone.
Dit is echt
Let's head
een,
to the common room.
dit is een mooie kamer. Oké, dit ziet er echt vet uit.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Oké. Wie is dit?
Already knew that. Can I help you?
Sebastian.
Oh, you're the new fifth year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow.
Oké.
Glad you and Fig are all right.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Ja.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
Best dat ik niks mag zeggen.
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was
Oh,
good meeting you. Good luck today.
jammer. Oké. We moeten met nog twee mensen. Met Omines en Melda. Melda.
Not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you.
Wauw.
You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills in a broom are legendary.
Ja, waarschijnlijk.
Perhaps Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
I don't know.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Oké, dan moeten we nog met Ominous. Nou. Hier is het.
I think I heard one. Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on
Is hij blind of zo?
I'm guessing you're the new fifth year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gold.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here. Though I doubt
Hij ziet eruit alsof hij blind is.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Yeah.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Nee,
It's the new 5th year Slytherin in here. Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Oh, oké. Laten we dan maar even naar professor Weasley toe gaan. Hallo professor.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Oh.
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Als ik mezelf de nul heb afgemaakt in deze game.
Here you are.
Oké.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning, so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year.
Nu zijn toch al die bladen te weggegaan, of niet dan?
Exceptionally valuable resource.
Oké, het zal wel.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Oké.
This way.
Wacht heel even, ik zie hier een kist.
I certainly would have appreciated something like a field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
Oké, maar waar gaan we heen?
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up.
Doe eens nog een keer, zoals dit dan.
Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details
Yeah.
the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Oh, huh? Oké. Nu? Oké.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Oké. Wanneer heb ik mijn eerste les eigenlijk? Dat is iets ook gewoon even afvragen. Of ga ik daar nu juist naartoe?
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker.
Oh.
Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Oké, Central Hall. Oké. Oké. Hierheen. Oké. Nee, Central. We zijn in Central.
Quite the time saver.
Net hadden we bij een statue Revelio gedaan. Misschien werkt dat ook bij deze. Wow.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Wat is dat?
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Okay.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs.
Oh,
you
shit.
should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade.
Okay.
You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Ooh.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become warriors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Heckert in charge of our students' education in that regard.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard and a talented teacher.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn.
Yeah.
Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said.
Oops.
Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide.
Ja, oké.
Yes, Professor.
Come find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Ja, oké. Ik wil even weten, wat was die papieren ding die daar vliegt? En ik krijg hier iets. Wat is dit? Oké, ik kan helemaal niks meer doen. Oké, Professor Fig. Wat wil je me vertellen?
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Oké, waarom niet? Oké. Continue.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your hours may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Oké, bedankt meneer Fig. Kunnen we niet hierin? Ik zie hier een kist. Zit hier in de bosjes of? Nee, het zal binnen staan. Oh, bedankt voor de deur dicht doen voor mijn neus. Oké. Hier naar boven doen. Oh, dit is de klas, oké. Oké.
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the great poacher raid of 1878, no doubt.
Okay, that is savage.
You may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it.
Professor Hecat zegt gewoon even dat dat skelet belangrijker is dan die student. Omdat ze elk jaar nieuwe studenten krijgen, maar niet elk jaar zo'n nieuw skelet. Dat is best
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity.
Levioso gaan we dus waarschijnlijk leren.
Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
En we hebben Levioso geleerd, denk ik.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Oké.
Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first,
Oké, we hebben
then the basic
Levioso.
cast. Remember, a surprised opponent. Levioso. Well done. Very
Het is
good.
kapot.
But the best way to practice is by duel. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want
Okay.
a fair duel using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Dat moet toch wel lukken, hopelijk.
Nothing lucky about it. What be your first move? Let's just say I'm a quick learner. Levioso.
I do enjoy a lively duel. All my students for this event.
En we hebben gewonnen. Oké, dat was echt te makkelijk.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Hij heeft niet zijn spel kunnen doen, eigenlijk.
Points to Slytherin.
Ja.
Thank you, Professor Hackett. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If
Ja,
what I've seen today
points is
is
Slytherin. Het was Slytherin tegen Slytherin, dus we kregen sowieso al points. Dus ik bedoel...
I demand
Ja.
excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Oké. Even naar Sebastian toe gaan.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Ja.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
Okay.
Always thought Leviosa was for first years. Not anymore.
Oké. We moeten nu naar Charms Class. Dan gaan we daar nog even heen kijken wat we daar moeten doen. Ik hoop dat we daar nog een spel gaan leren. Wie stond de schreeuw hier ook?
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to run.
Quest beginnen. Oh, we moeten een quest. Waarom heb ik die quest gestart? Oké. Maakt niet uit. Hopelijk duurt het niet lang. Of niet te lang.
Behind you. There is an open seat here. Thank you.
Wie is dat?
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of chat. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education.
Ik had niet verwacht dat dat de leraar zou zijn.
Confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. Before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charts? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Ik heb nog nooit een summoning charm gedaan, dus...
Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Oké. Dit spel ziet er niet zo heel erg ingewikkeld uit. Ja, dat is best makkelijk toch?
Akio. That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is
Ik doe één keer de spreuk, kijk, is genoeg.
We might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Wat gaan we nou weer doen? Oh.
So why don't we have our newest students start us off?
Oeh, tuurlijk moet ik beginnen. Ik hoop dat het goed gaat.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres. Splendid!
30.
Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoned. Very good!
Kom op, 50. Ja, oké, nice. Blijf. Oeh, oké. Net.
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Ik weet niet of ik dit kan winnen tegen Miss Onai.
Just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Watch this. That is how it's done.
Hier moet ik van zien te winnen. Ja, dit gaat niet goed komen, weet ik nu al.
Splendid.
Let us see this.
30 punten pas. Dubbel 50. Dit is de helft, hè? Of niet? Nee, precies goed.
Brilliant. Here we go.
Oké, als ik nu... Dus nu ook 50 maak, dan staan we weer gelijk. Nee, die gaat over of niet? Nee. Die win je niet, hè?
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Nu... Oké.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Hopelijk win ik deze ronde. Hai, nou.
There we go.
Kijk. Begint gelijk goed.
Let us see this.
Oké. Oh, ja. Kom maar op. Oké, dat is een execution voor mij. Of niet. Dit is genoeg. Ik heb gewonnen. Oh mijn god. Ik heb gewonnen.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it. The mist was so thick, I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me. This enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Okay.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Huh?
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Okay.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Okay, blijkbaar die professor is nog praten.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first Charles lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Oké. Moet ik hier omhoog of hier doorheen?
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Ik ben een nieuw student.
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Oké. Ja. Ik wil jullie in ieder geval allemaal bedanken voor het kijken naar deze aflevering. Dan zie ik jullie weer bij de volgende aflevering. En vergeet niet te liken, te abonneren en op het belletje te drukken als jullie notificatie willen krijgen over elke video die we opnieuw uploaden. En dan zeg ik nog maar één ding en dat is,